Hi, I'm back. 2023 has come and gone. It is time to continue my annual tradition to share my best of 2023 list. 2023 was a good year overall. I went to 2 film festivals, pretty cool, such as South by Southwest and Fantastic Fest. I met a lot of great people. I took photography seriously, which is great. And I watched 153 new release titles, which is crazy. Before we start, this is my list. Your list is different. Everybody's list is different. I created this film solely on how much I love this film on a personal level. And films is subjective. So let's get on to number 10. Stick to your plan. Anticipate. Don't improvise. Trust no one. Never yield an advantage. Fight only the battle you paid to fight. Forbid empathy. Empathy is a weakness. Started off with my number 10 is David Fincher's latest offering, The Killer. A film truly tested my patience the entire runtime. It has one of the best sound designs that I've heard in all year, and also include one of the best fight scenes I've seen that I witnessed on the big screen that just took my breath away. The whole entire film is like one big delicious meal.
Nice.
John Wick Chapter 4 is an exciting, intense, and action-packed thrill ride where a franchise started so strong with the first film. Each entry just got better and better and better. That's rare for an action franchise that just keep that momentum going and just keep the audience going back to the world of John Wick. I'm talking to you, Fast and Furious. This may be my favorite entry out of the bunch because it's just so satisfying. Every moment, every scene it is so worth seeing on the big screen and just left you just wanting more and more and more. With energetic cinematography, fantastic editing that I did not feel the 2-hour plus runtime, fantastic action set pieces that are always elevated and creative that just brings so much life and so much, adrenaline rush. With incredible stunts and choreography, it was done to a perfection with care and love and knowing that they know what they're doing. It was a pure spectacle to behold. And it has one of my favorites, South by Southwest experience because all the audience that I was with were in it for the ride since basically frame 1. And also love about the film is that it has a nice little homage to Sergio Leone Western. If you know, you know. And Keanu Reeves, man, what a badass. And lastly but not least, Stairs, my new enemy. John Wick Chapter 4 it delivered. And then some. Across the Spider-Verse is a sequel that I've been waiting for a long while. What feels like 10 years of wait, but it doesn't feel that way because Into the Spider-Verse just came out in 2018 and it has a lot to live up to because Into the Spider-Verse is one of the best, not only best superhero movie of all time, but one of the best animated movies of all time. And it has a big shoe to fill and Across the Spider-Verse just delivered. And then some. With amazing storytelling, amazing animation, of course, and the amazing, energetic, mesmerizing score by Daniel Pemberton. And I'm rooting for him to win an Oscar, even though he does not have a chance because there's other composer that might win the Oscar for this year. And it's one of the scores just live rent-free on my head for a long while since the film came out into theaters. The entire film is everything what I wanted and more. Cannot wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse and I just truly adore Across the Spider-Verse. Even though it hasn't come out officially in 2023, but damn it, this is my list and Strange Darling is my number 7 spot. A film with full of surprises along the way. In one word I can describe Strange Darling is delicious. Everything about this movie is just delicious. Cinematography is eye candy. Every frame just took my breath away. The performances are eye-catching as well, played brilliantly by Willie Fitzgerald and Cal Gardner. The direction and the script by J.T. Molnar are inspiring and rich and delicious. No film has come close to Strange Darling that truly shocked me. And in a way that I went in like knowing nothing about this movie. It's like going into the unknown. And I think it's the best way to experience Strange Darling is to know nothing about this movie and just go in and experience for yourself. Seeing in Strange Darling in Fantastic Effects just took me by surprise and just immediately fell in love with Strange Darling. I love every minute of this film. Every frame, every direction, every performances, every detail of this film is just done to perfection that inspire me. Going in blind is the best way to experience Strange Darling. Bottoms is easily one of my favorite in-theater experience I had in a long while. It's Mean Girls meets Fight Club with a little spice of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and here it is, Bottoms. It's funny, bonkers, insane. I just fell in love with the characters and just fell in love with the world that they are in. It's just a different environment that I was never been on before. And the most important thing about Bottom is that it did not hold it back. The MVP hands down is Marshawn Lynch. He is hilarious. Every time he made a joke, I just almost died from laughter. Bottoms overall is a bloody good time. Also, we need more blooper reels in the end of the film, in the end of the credits. I had a big smile on my face when I saw that on the big screen. So I missed that. So thank you. Funny enough, I just watched this film a couple of hours ago and immediately jumped to my number 5 spot. That easily. La Sociedad de la Nieve, which brings a harrowing and beautiful tale that I just wish I saw on the big screen as, instead of seeing on the small screen that I just watched on Netflix, with powerful performances that felt real and raw and just emotionally connected with them on a journey to survive of man versus nature. Even the trope is familiar, but the story that this film is based on just captivated me throughout the whole runtime. Michael Giacchino's score is just one of his best, if not his career best. Easily, my favorite aspect of The Society of the Snow is the cinematography because you get to be close with the characters and be with them, which added up close personal with them. A film that's gonna stay with me for a while, and Society of the Snow has my highest recommendation.
I'm innocent, you know that, right?
An Enemy Before just gave me a mesmerizing performance by Sandra Hüller, and that's enough for me to put this in my number 4 spot. But also, that child actor.
Yes. You're gonna get me fired.
This is your Rubicon.
Do not cross the Rubicon.
The Holdovers will now become the essential Christmas watch in our coming future. It brings a cozy, inviting, emotional, heartwarming, and hilarious film with great performances by Paul Giamatti, Da'Vine Joy Randolph, and his debut, Dominic Sessa. In a way, I was cuddled in a giant warm blanket, and I was crying, laughing, and ultimately it ended with making me feel good in the inside. The Holdovers overall is uplifting. Enough said. This is a big one. Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer, a film that you have to experience watching on the big screen as possible. And I got to experience watching this film on IMAX twice, one in regular laser IMAX and the other on 70mm IMAX, which is a breathtaking experience for me to watch. It never losing my interest in a story that is basically a straightforward biopic, but a riveting one, I might add. Yet I was so captivated by what Nolan and Hoytema accomplished on the big screen, with a booming, elegant, and mesmerizing score by Ludwig Göransson, with an amazing cast that brought their A-game, even the one that had the smaller role that made a giant impression on me. I'll never forget seeing the Trinity test on the big screen and just left me speechless and gripping onto my seat. The editing by Jennifer Lame is just beautiful, well done. Never felt a 3 hour long because it gets you interested. It kept you going. An extraordinary film that made the experience euphoric. And I'm always going to be so happy to see a brand new Nolan film on the big screen. Here's the story. The number one spot has gone through many changes. Bottoms for 5 months was my number one spot. Then Oppenheimer came along. And then this very obscure film that dethroned Oppenheimer and Bottoms and became my number one spot. After watching this film for the very first time on Fantastic Fest, this little discovery that I just witnessed, I knew right in my gut that this film is going to be my number one spot.
The Prince of the Mountain forever grants friends to those with hearts rich.
You know, this battle for my number one spot kind of remind me of the scene, the three-way duel in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Yeah, like that. Riddle of Fire is a delightful adventure that plays like a D&D campaign, and it had me smiling ear to ear from start to finish. It had the sense of Wes Anderson with its hazy, whimsical, colorful, vibrant cinematography that just, I just loved the rich, world that the director creates for Riddle of Fire. A story that beautifully blends with fantasy and reality on the top of the children's imagination. The entire cast is wonderful, especially the three main leads. That just won me over. While watching this film, I just want to be part of the adventure that they were having, and it has one of my favorite scenes of the year. Yes, it's topped the Trinity test scene. Yes, it's topped the fight scene from The Killer. A scene that involves dancing. If you know, you know. Riddle of Fire is a wholesome fairy tale. I just simply loved it. I just loved it. I kid you not, when I saw this film on Fantastic Fest, by making the experience even better, they brought us a slice of blueberry pie. That's amazing. And it was a delicious pie. I have to admit that. It was a delicious pie. Even if they hadn't brought the blueberry pie, I still love this film, no matter what. Yes, it may be an obscure film, but it's my number one favorite film of 2023. Oh man. I think I'm craving for a blueberry pie now. There you have it. That is my list. And yeah, 2023 overall was a damn good year for films. Really good year for films. There's a lot of good ones. If you'd like to see my full list, link below for my letterbox, so you can check out, the least favorite of the films of 2023. But yeah, here to 2024. Have a good one. Take care. You guys, the video is over. Go away. Let me enjoy this pie. Choo choo.